them come. This is their fate.
All right. Welcome back to the House of Wolves podcast. I am your host, Deontay, here with my near and dear friends, Jalen and Josh. We're coming at you today with some more topics. We're going to be talking about that Microsoft acquisition. We're going to talk about some Apex. We're going to talk about a little bit Maggie, 9v9 control. And we're going to talk about Rainbow Six Extraction. And in case we jump into something else, we're going to just put that there. But before we start, as usual, Jalen, Josh, update the people. We missed a week. Well, we missed the episode, so it's been 4 weeks. So let's see what we got this time around, or would it be more of the same? Let's see. Go ahead, guys.
Go ahead, Josh. Just trying to make sure you ain't quiet
on
this
the
time.
spot, Josh. Josh, you first. Swing
All right.
first.
I've been playing a lot of games, just trying out new stuff since my boy's been MIA.
Oh, MIA. Oh yeah.
Deontay got hit with a bomb earlier in the month, so he been busy, and Jalen working the graveyard shift.
Oh my god.
So I've been all on my lonesome trying out different games. We might touch on some of them, but otherwise, pretty good. First day of school just started, so I'm back to the grind, but it was a good couple weeks off.
Good first day. Okay. Good. What you got for us, Jalen? Let's talk about your last 4 weeks.
Trenches.
Mm-hmm.
Not just. Nah, but I ain't gonna lie, man. This them ER shits, bro. They be like, yeah, bro, we need you in here from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. or 6 p.m. to or 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. I just be looking like, bro. Like I feel like my sleep schedule just been kind of like weirdish. But it's cool though. I got my last shift on Wednesday. Then I get to go on to learn about women's health stuff, and I ain't really looking forward to that. But
oh my goodness, what you mean? What's wrong with women's health?
It ain't. It's just a different world, man. I ain't ready to see births and stuff like that yet, and be looking inside women and stuff like that. But I'm sure it's gonna be a good experience. I'm gonna go in with a positive attitude, make the most of it and stuff like that. But other than that, man, just counting down the days so I graduate May 7th. I'm on you. We finna slide up out that. You know what I'm saying? So then I can get back on the game with my boys. And,
yeah, right. That's where the real life hits you. You ain't got no more school, baby. It's time for that real hard knocks.
Man, you know better than us, man. You the
boss man gonna come and knocking until you get your own thing. Trust me. Boss man worse than high school. Or, I mean, not college. I mean, they worse.
Mom, she been hitting me like, yeah, man. So where you finna work? Where you finna apply for jobs at? It's places over here. I'm like, I don't even want to think about that, bro. She said you graduate in like 4 months, so like 3-4 months. Like, what you finna do? I'm like, it's 3-4 months not here yet. We good. Don't ask me them hard questions.
Don't ask me them hard questions. That's exactly what it is. Like, man, that's tough. I know when I first got out, I was like, I chose a place as a placeholder, ended up staying there for the rest of my career, or at least until up to the current. So that's crazy, but yeah, it's just like okay, you got to start doing something, right? But you're in a profession. It's not like you're looking for something else. You're like literally going to be placed into something. You should always be able to find a position in that profession, right? When you kind of come out of college, it's kind of like you got this whole, which you already know. It's like you have this thing where, you sometimes you get placed in your field, but most of the time you just find a job. So I think yours is going to be a little different. It might be a little bit easier transition, but you definitely it's going to be an impactful type of change because it's just going to be working. But you're your own person right now. You don't have like a lot of baggage. So you should be fine. I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I got confidence I'll be fine, man. It's just stepping onto the real world. Like to say, owning, popping, stuff like that. I need to still buy some more shoes and all that type of stuff. And then I gotta move. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of stuff going on. But
Oh my god, not the
I ain't got
shoes.
stuck with an Xbox and a PS5 and stuff like that, man. I gotta take them with me. I might sell the Xbox just so I can get up. You feel me?
Y'all remember when this man was so adamant he wasn't getting no new gen console? How this man beat Josh to both? I was like, I don't understand that one, but we can talk about that too.
I was moving on credit cards. I was moving stuff around,
moving
man.
weight. That man was moving weight, literally. Was that about 15, 16 pounds? That thing about 16 pounds? 16 pounds? That's funny. But yeah, I've been raising kids, so that's pretty much my 4 weeks. My last 4 weeks was raising 2 babies. It's like I feel like our lives are in so much different spaces. It's ridiculous, but it's like it's cool though, because we get like different experiences. But mine's wake up when those babies wake up, sleep when those babies sleep. I still play the game. It's just like, I can't play nothing that I gotta pay attention to. Like, I was trying to play Apex with Josh like 2-3 days ago, and literally I just go AFK because I'm not gonna let him just cry. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go over there, or I'm gonna change him or whatever. So I end up dying, or I won't be paying attention, or I be like moving the controller with one hand and had a baby in the other. So it was like, I can play an RPG, I can play something that can be paused, or I can sit in the corner and my boys got my back. But when it comes to Apex, you're in the middle of a firefight and you talking about some babies wham. It's like, GG's, bro. I don't know. It ain't happening. So
Yeah, you mean like when we was trying to play Destiny with your brothers?
Oh, you talking about Shad? Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. He'll go off keys, and he ended up being an anchor for us to just go out and fight and revive. I remember him doing that multiple times, like in those weird strikes, or the Nightfall strikes, and we would just have him sit up top. What was that one called where we had to go fight the spider at the end in the tank in the middle? Yeah, but what was the name of the strike? You step into the war with the ball. I forget the name of the strike, but whatever, it don't matter. But yeah, that was the strike where you can literally sit on the edge of the strike, and you didn't have to go into the arena, but you could still get people to revive. And I remember Sean doing that multiple times.
It was that one too with the giant Archon that you gotta fight at the end.
Oh yeah.
Sit up on those rocks.
Yeah. The prisoner. That's what I'm talking about. But what was the the prisoner?
On Venus.
Yes. No, it was Mars. Yeah. That was Mars, right? Was it Mars?
The Archon one.
Archon was Venus, I thought.
I'm talking about the guy that escaped that prison, like that little thing. He when you go into the fight, he'll come out of that capsule.
Oh, the teleport. Oh no, yeah, we talking about the same one. I think it might have been Mars, but I don't remember.
It was Mars because you had to go the same route through those tanks to get to him. Remember, you had to go through the tank field, unless I'm remembering it wrong. But
I don't remember that. I think that was part of the base game, honestly.
Yeah, that was a base
game.
I
remember that the Archon priest where we used to sit up on that ledge and he used to be running around doing stuff, and them shanks used to, jump out. But
yeah,
the Archon priest was on. You talking about Winter's Run?
I don't know. I don't remember the names now. It's so much. It's such a blur now. But I remember him sitting, and that was probably House of Wolves, because House of Wolves is when we actually went and fought those guys and actually had prisoners that got out in the capsules and stuff. That was the one we was fighting them in. It wasn't the Dark Below. It was House of Wolves, and I remember that one being a revamped strike, where you had to go through the tanks to get to him, but it was a different strike. It was the same one that you would go, and then you would go fight the big guy in that room, that big Cabal guy, and you can like hide behind the boxes. But then they revamped it, and they did it to where you can go to the other guy, and it might have been called Winner's Run.
Yeah, it's Winner's Run and it's level 14. So that's base game.
Yeah, yeah,
The House of
that's the one
Wolves
I'm
strike
talking
is the
about.
Shadow Thief, and they got what that name? What Barry say? He's like panics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. All it's also the one where you gotta chase him up the teleporter and he like jump out behind them rocks.
Yeah,
Oh
he
yeah,
keep
yeah,
running
yeah.
away, don't he?
Yeah,
Like
he
you
keep
keep
running
fighting him, and then
away.
he run away.
Yeah, he run away, and then to the last ending part. Yeah, but that was man. Why is it such a? Everything is like pushed together now for me in my brain when it comes to Destiny 1. Destiny 2, I can remember vividly, but Destiny 1, it's like everything kind of got jumbled. I don't know. That's weird.
Cause when the Taken stuff came out, they started jumbling everything and rewriting all that type of stuff, and just they started doing too much. You know,
Yeah,
you couldn't even play a regular strike and stuff. And then Atheon, he got too hard. I couldn't even get to him no more.
yeah. Yeah, but all that to say, you can't play no games with no babies, and you can't play no raid with no babies, and you definitely can't play no strike with no babies, and you can't play nothing that's live service where you can't pause it. So as of now, it's like I have to set aside time where my wife is the one that's taking care of the babies versus me, to where I can play those types of games because I can't just play them leisurely like I was. Like I'm playing Tales of Arise, and that's fine. Because literally, I just pause it when they start crying. I get pick them up, then I go back to it. But like, GG's for Apex or something like that. Unless they like literally sleep for but they usually it's like some issue. It's gotta be. It's always some issue with the baby. So it's never gonna be. Oh, definitely get 2 hours of solid sleep. No, it's like you're definitely gonna get a problem halfway through. So that's just what it is. But yeah, it's adjustment. It's a huge adjustment. I could probably write a whole another podcast about adjustment for babies in your life, because it's just so much. But it's awesome. I think it's like a really really cool thing. And once you get past your mental breakdown and your mental state falling, you good. You good. It's gonna happen though. Trust me. It's not like it's not gonna happen. But once you passed it, you know what you're here for. You know what you're meant to do, and that's pretty much it. Make a decision. You make a decision in your mind, and that's what happens.
But you're here to fight Tanix.
Here to fight Tanix for my babies, Atheon, all those things.
Hey, what Varric say? He like Tanix has no house.
Hey, fight Will Guardian. Man, okay.
Bro, Varric's had the coldest quotes, dude. When he used to talk crazy, like, man, what you want me to do, big dog?
Kill them back. I'm like, what you mean kill them back? Like, how you gonna kill somebody that killed you?
He
Kill
like,
them back.
Kill of kill. I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah, Destiny 1 was fun. But yeah, that's pretty much the situation. Dang, is that what's the name? That's a train. But yeah, that's been my life for the last 4 weeks. It's been fun though. Been fun. But anywho, now that we got that out the way, we've caught up. I know that Jalen's still on that grind. He's doing his thing, and then Josh just recently started, but he's been playing some other stuff. We're gonna get into what you've been playing a little bit. But before we do that, let's first talk about something that actually dropped today. So it's good that we, didn't record yesterday. Maggie's trailer. Did you watch? Did y'all watch the trailer?
I did.
For Maggie. Jalen.
Yeah, I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie to
yeah,
you,
yeah,
bro.
ain't gonna lie to you. Hey man, that's cool. No problem. But basically, and I know I'm pretty sure you saw it, Josh. It's basically that Maggie Fuse's rival or whatever, the person that was really his friend that became a rival. She's coming into the games. She has like a whip and shield that looks like on the Apex store or the online like website. I don't know what her powers are, but I know that she's like an assault character, so I'm pretty sure she's gonna have something like that. I don't think she's defense, but she could be. She could be defense. I just don't seem to see it, so I'm assuming she's gonna have the 3 bullets next to her icon as well, What do you think she's gonna be?
Um, that's what I'm trying to figure out. She could be, I mean, defense, but I feel like we have pretty good defense characters. Uh, I don't know. I feel like they might want to do something different with her, like make her a maybe a more melee focused character if she has like a sword and shield.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but who knows? We'll see. I mean, Apex, I feel like is at its best usually when it's they got new characters coming out and you can try and experiment stuff, and they bringing back a good goddamn map. So
Yeah, good goddamn map.
so it's gonna be a good season.
Good goddamn map. That Olympus. It's coming back, but it's coming changed. So we'll see. That might be
Oh my
big.
bro.
That might be bigger than World's Edge. I'm like, man, this ain't no Olympus.
Man,
Nah,
you
they ain't
better
gonna go
not,
that
bro.
crazy. They ain't gonna go that crazy, but we'll see. But what they gonna take out? They take out World's Edge. Now you got Stormport, and it's like the same situation. I'd rather have World's Edge and what's the name? And then
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have World's Edge than Storm Point too. So
World's Edge, and Olympus.
Have
That's the
the
go-tos.
nope.
But
The
I don't think what is it? I don't think that I don't think they're gonna do much. They ain't gonna change much. They ain't gonna do much. I just don't see them because lately I ain't want to say, but Apex they've been pretty trash lately. They ain't really been doing what they normally do. Like they haven't had like any limited modes. Like the only thing they had was the holiday thing, and that's an old mode. I mean, it just felt like they haven't really been trying outside of just to get the skins right. I don't really see them doing much to kind of make the game more interesting. Now, Stormpoint was a big one that just came, so I can't really say that they're not doing stuff. All I can say is that it feels different. Like it feels a little bit less. Mm, I don't know. It just feels less. If that makes sense. Like it just doesn't feel
Yeah, it definitely feel
as.
like a off season type thing, even though because we know like that one season they skipped the whole character, just to like catch up, and so they have more content coming out faster, like more modes and stuff. But
Yeah,
they've been consistently releasing characters, and like it took a while to get to a new map, but it's feel like every season they at least update some old maps. So
hmm
I don't know if it's starting to get slowed down because they got more planned later and they just needed to slow down a bit. But yeah.
yeah, and the fact that they're consistently adding a new character every few months, that's a lot for a game that to keep the balance and everything correct. It's just a lot. So I mean, the good thing about Apex is that every character, it all comes down to still the same fundamentals: shooting, movement, jumping. Now, it's not like you have to have these abilities, but they're good to have in case you want to get the upper hand on someone. So it's not like it's super hard to balance, but at the same time, you don't want overpowered, you don't want underwhelming. You want to make sure you have a just right character, and you have to come up with the unique abilities that these characters can have. So that's probably a lot of toll. Probably trying to come up with characters multiple all the time, good characters that is, and then kind of executing that in a proper way. But I don't know. I just feel like they should hire more people because there's just a lot of stuff that I feel like we're missing. Like we should definitely have a patch by now for the freaking PS5 and Xbox Series X. Fortnite has one. Call of Duty got one. Like, come on now, Apex should definitely have one. All of the major players, when it comes to like those big old battle royales, they'd have had updates, and then sitting around here, Apex, one of the biggest ones, ain't got nothing. So I just feel like that's very lazy. I feel like not having the ability. I mean, they introduced crossplay, and I think that was at the beginning of this season. Am I correct or wrong on that? Or was that season before with Valkyrie?
I feel like it's been for a
The
while.
one with Valkyrie, that was
Yeah.
last April.
Okay. So I mean, they adding crossplay was good. I just think that it's like It's like a pacifier move.
Even Call of Duty got cross progression.
Save.
And
Yeah, cross
Apex and
progression. Like it's like a pacifier move for something that they don't really want to do. You know, that's what it feels like. It's like we have the ability to do this. It probably wouldn't be that hard for us to do it, but we're going to say it is because we want it to last as long as possible. We want our money to be. We want to get the bands up before we move it on. Because once they do that, obviously it's not like it's not like people are not going to spend money on the game. It's just that they don't have to spend money twice if they're a really diehard fan, or if they don't really want to. If they play on a PC as well as on the Xbox or consoles, so it just I don't know. Maybe there is a big group of people that actually buy stuff twice, but I really doubt that. I just think they're just keeping people on platforms due to restrictions or whatever the case may be. I just think they need to go ahead and switch it up and just move on because it's just causing a little bit more of a problem and inconvenience for the player than anything. It makes me not want to spend money in a game because I'm just like, if I spend money here and then you never bring it, I don't want to play on this platform no more. I don't want to play on it any longer than I have to, and yet you still guys haven't even did an update. You haven't even did like, how am I supposed to expect y'all to do the freaking cross progression and y'all haven't even done a freaking update to make it 14 or whatever you're going to do, because it's not going to be a big thing. I just wish y'all would make some changes. So we have heard of a we have heard of an update coming. It's supposed to be coming on their would that be 3rd year anniversary in February, so around like the 14th or the 10th. They're supposed to be releasing an update that would give it 120 frames per second. So we'll see. At that point, it's just gonna force me to not be able to use my controller, and I'm gonna be annoyed because my modded PS5 controller keep breaking. So I need to figure something out with that so I can get some back buttons. But anyways, I'm not paying scuff $300 for back buttons. This was ridiculous. But those are my problems, not everyone's problems. Apex is still one of the more engaging battle royales, and we've tried a little bit of Call of Duty. We tried a little bit, right, Jalen? We got some of that Warzone in, didn't we?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we
I
did.
appreciate y'all.
Yeah. See.
Sight. Not just playing. I'm playing. Not just playing. Nah, y'all definitely tried it, man. Y'all did more than me because y'all know I don't try a game and engage. I just cut the game on and do what y'all tell me to do, skip tutorials and all that other stuff, and just be looking it down.
Yeah, but we definitely tried that. I ain't got no problem with playing it again. It's more so about speed and that field of view. The field of view on Call of Duty cannot be changed, and it's like atrocious on console. But really, the speed of how you move is really what I have like an issue with, because it's just like feels slower. But that's to say that that's just a different type of style of gameplay, and it's like a little bit more slowed down, a little bit more not strategic, but more just more, based around who saw who first. Versus Apex, you can see somebody first, but that don't mean you're gonna kill them or you're gonna hit them. So sometimes it's better to just wait and try to get a better position on that said person. I think in Call of Duty, it seems as if you saw somebody, you more likely can kill them.
It depends. Like it's a little bit of that, but it's some of the Apex, but the kill time is shorter, so you're more likely to be able to kill somebody. But the snipers you can't. It's just you still got to make sure you're gonna kill them and stuff before getting away a location, because you got a mini map with red dots and stuff up there that pop up.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we'll play a little more. Like I said, I'm not opposed to playing it, and I still have it. So it's not that it's not as terrible as I once thought, because it's a different version, Rebirth, which I never knew about. But smaller map, respawns, changes up the situation a little bit more. But not here to talk about that. We talk about Apex. So one thing that they did bring up about Apex, which was really cool, was the 9v9 mode. Tell me what y'all think about 9v9 control mode in Apex.
Um, that I'm not sure about how to work. I think it'd be cool to have a team mode, but I think 9v9 sounds odd to me in the sense where I don't know any games that go with like a 9. It's like a 4, 6, 8, 12. So I'm curious why there is 9v9.
Three, six,
If there's gonna
nine.
be
Two teams of three. I mean, three teams of three. So it's like
yeah, three
it's
thing, but you can do 4 teams of 3 and then have an even 12. But
well,
I'm just curious if there's going to be more objective base where there's advantages to have, one team go middle, one team go left, one team go right, and there is a reason that they went with the 3 instead of like a team deathmatch type thing where there 12 people go different directions and just fight for the objective. Because it says it's
true.
unlimited respawns and stuff as well. So it's not
Hmm.
like a you know, it sounds like a domination mode, but I'm just wondering how they're gonna make this have their own Apex spin on it in order.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, that makes sense. And I mean, you're right. They could do the 12v12. But I just think there's that might be, yeah, as you stated, a part of their spin. So we have to wait and see. But I can speculate. What I was speculating is that they're going to do something a little bit different than regular control. They're probably going to have multiple points to engage, but they're also going to probably have some type of, like as you stated, objective based versus just capping the points. They could just simply do that too, but where is these things going to be held? Is there going to be an actual map, or are they going to actually split up a small piece of the map and just make you fall into there and make the rest of it the red zone? Like, I don't know how they're going to set up the actual rings, if they're going to just do arenas. It's really, interesting to see what they do with this to make it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But Apex is probably the most people I trust with something like that. They're going to be loadouts, so you're going to have selectable loadouts. You're not going to be looting on the ground. It's going to be more of arena style when it comes to that portion. You just select your loadout and you kind of go from there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be a buy station or if it's just going to literally just be you picking a loadout, like on the trains version. Like, how the train had 9 people converging on one spot and they were seeing who can dominate. That might be something similar to that, where they have everybody just come into one spot to dominate and you pick a loadout and it gives you everything you need there. Faster regens, who knows? I just think I give them a little bit more freedom to kind of make a better mode, and I kind of trust them because arenas isn't a bad mode. It's just not the mode to go along with something that's superior, as in their battle royale. Because if their battle royale was trash, I would be playing arenas. But because their battle royale works so well, I don't really care for arenas. It's not like arenas is a terrible mode. It's just that battle royale is just so much better when it comes to how we want to engage with this game. So trust me, like Call of Duty, like because their battle royale sucks, people are playing Rebirth. You know what I mean? Like, because nobody wants to play their big one no more, they go play Rebirth. But Apex don't have that problem. Apex doesn't have a problem where people don't want to play the battle royale. They have a problem where people love the battle royale too much to the point where arenas is just second fiddle. So there's how can we get people to engage with arenas, and that's probably introducing more than just one mode. Maybe having arenas not turn into just arenas with 3v3, but now it's got these rotating modes coming in and out where people can have fun within, and maybe that is how we engage with that. Maybe control and all of these things they become objective. Maybe we have elimination and like not only can you revive your teammates after they completely die, like they give them a revive timer or whatever, case may be. Like they turn that arenas into something more. That is the only way I see the arenas really becoming the equivalent of battle royale, because the battle royale is just too good to be passed up on. It's like, if I'm going to choose one, I'm gonna choose battle royale. But if I didn't have a choice, like if it sucked, then I'll be playing arena. So that's the dilemma they have. How can
I
you?
think that I don't know if arenas will ever be as equal, but I think they do need to just have more content in general, because
Hmm.
even though the battle royale in Apex is really good, content wise of like other things to do, it's the weakest, because like other battle royales got 1v1s, or I mean one, solo queue or quads. Like you boot up Fortnite or Call of Duty, they got a bunch of different options. And not to say every mode is as popular as another, but like if we don't want to play trios on, Stormpoint, then you just don't play Apex because there's nothing else to do. Like there's the one map and there's one mode
True.
for the next hour, and so that's it. So even though we don't play arenas, because I just think that didn't work for us right now, um, I think a mode like that is still good. Like, maybe arenas is just not it, but just having a different mode to have something else to do is still good.
Yeah, like I have a lot of fun in arenas when I'm playing alone, because it's just simply less of me trying to find where the enemy is. There's less of me trying to uh position myself well. It's me head up saying, I'm better than you. I'm about to beat you. It's kind of like, that's pretty much the sentiment of arenas for me. I'm either gonna play Bloodhound or I'm gonna play Gibraltar. I'm playing Gibraltar because I'm trying to close the gap and I'm trying to kill you. I'm playing Bloodhound because I don't want to waste my time trying to find you so I can kill you. Versus other ones, it's like, you gotta play other characters that kind of benefit. Like, I'm playing Loba because I want more loot. I'm playing, I'm playing. What's the other person I play a lot? But anyways, I'm playing other people because they have different benefits in the battle royale versus when I'm playing in arenas. So it kind of changes up the style to play and like the engagement. So 9v9 coming sounds like an improvement or more to come later. I don't know if it's gonna replace the arenas or if it's gonna replace because it's a limited time mode. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be just on the side, like how the holiday bash thing was, or if it's actually gonna replace something. It's not a takeover, so never mind. I'm thinking of a takeover. It's actually just a limited time mode. Um. So yeah. Um. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing what they actually can do. It's called it was Apex Legends. What was the name of Maggie's? I think it was Punishment. No, not Punishment. Maggie's was called. God, why can't I remember nothing? Maggie's was called not Madness, not Was it? Oh, it was Defiance. No, what the heck was her freaking thing called? I can't find it. It was called Defiance. Okay, never mind. Apex Legends Defiance. That instead of Apex Legends Escape is basically called Apex Legends Defiance. But I'm ready to see what she can do. Actually, hopefully she interesting. Hopefully she's better than when Fuse dropped, because Fuse was not the greatest character. He's fun now to play because he just has like a he got a one of the more annoying types of equipment. Just like when you spamming that freaking blast thing, bro, it's like the most annoying thing because you just literally can't do anything about it. You can't stop it. You can't run through it. If you run through it, you're gonna take damage and they gonna know where you are. And then he got the fire now, where it can actually show you where they're at. So, his is probably like one of the more annoying ones, kind of like Caustic's. Him and Caustic kind of like he kind of leveled up to Caustic level of annoyance for me to fight, because he just has the ability to stop you from moving forward, and that's what's annoying. But yeah, we'll see. I think it's gonna be a very interesting one. What you think, Jalen? What you think about this 9v9 mode, this
Uh,
experience where they hold
I think it'd be
control of
like,
points?
oh my bad.
No, I'm just messing with you guys.
Are you not just playing? But I feel like it would be cool, just based off the simple fact that it's like introducing something new in Apex. I mean, y'all said it's temporary though, right? I mean, I guess just because it's temporary don't mean that it's
Like it
it
won't
can't
come
be
back.
permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah. But basically, I agree with some of the things said before. I feel like Apex and kind of got to the point where they comfortable. Clearly, y'all see me going to play Warzone a little bit more. They ain't never put my alternator back in that mug, so I'm really not feeling the game at the moment. I ain't seen that mug since what, August? What was it? That's when Sierra came, something like that. Um,
Yeah. It's been a
I just feel
minute,
like
bro.
it's been gone for a while, bro. So I'm like, the thing that was holding me there was Olympus, and they took Olympus away, and now we got Stormpoint and stuff like that. The game kind of is at like a lower point, so like this change will be hopefully refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
And like Josh said, Apex don't got any other game modes or anything like that. You can play arenas, which don't have enough value or reward for me to keep playing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get as much enjoyment out of it because, like you said, their regular battle royale is like the best one out there. So basically, I'm hoping that it'd be smooth and stuff like that. I doubt that it would top their battle royale, but I still got a lot of faith in a company or at Respawn to
Make
make
something
something
good.
that's like make something that's worthwhile. Because I ain't gonna say they let me down with Apex and stuff like that. It's just kind of like a we've been playing Apex for a couple of years and stuff. We had that last year where we was only like heavy and we was going kind of crazy and stuff like that. And then around the time when Steer came out, I felt like it started diminishing just a little bit. And then
Oh,
when
I
Stormpoint
can
came
tell
out,
with the amount of matches we played. Yeah, season 8 and 9, or season whatever those last two seasons were, we definitely play less.
yeah, that's because they, the maps and stuff that they
Yeah.
had. Like they still had Olympus and stuff like that, which was cool. But now we just see like a lot of Stormpoint and stuff like that, and it's just kind of like, I'm not the most interested in playing this map. Like I literally, y'all know me, I like playing on Lifeline and stuff like that. But aside from that, I just don't like the engagements and all the what you say the foliage on the
The
level.
foliage,
The
all the extra stuff, man. All the
Yeah, like I'm
trees,
getting
the
caught in tree
grass.
branches and
Yeah,
sliding down.
man.
When the game don't want you to go somewhere, but it lets you jump into that area, so you keep sliding down and getting stuck. Like I done got killed a couple of times doing that, trying to run around a tree and stuff. So,
Mm.
hopefully this new, like I said, hopefully this new 9v9 bring the game to a little bit more of a refreshing state because at this point right now, I don't have much reason to go back till they bring back that alternator in Olympus, and hopefully they don't mess Olympus up when they bring it back. Because if it got a big old hole in the middle of it, hey, it's gonna be a hole in my storage because that mug finna go bye bye.
Man, don't say that, man. What you talking
That mug
about?
gonna go bye bye. I'm gonna get that mug going quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He'll do it. He quit. He quit on the. He quit on Death Dog a long time ago.
Hey,
So
I
he'll
told you I
do it.
almost downloaded Destiny on my Xbox. I was like, I mean, I could download it on this Xbox just in case, even though I ain't gonna ever play it. But in a weird day that I wake up drunk and what I'm saying, off the Xannies or something like that, I might want to cut it on. You know what I'm
Sandy.
saying? Be like, I can hear the
Not
Xannies calling. I
not
can
the
hear the
Zannies.
Xannies calling.
Stupid.
Bro, I know you remember that video, man.
Yeah, man. I can Zanny calling.
I can
Wasn't he
hear the
like
Xannies calling.
wasn't his booty short or something, dude?
Bro, it's like you ashy. You got this pizza that you've been stuck eating, and his pants was halfway down, and he was just sitting
Yeah.
in the car like, I can hear the Xannies calling. I'm like, bro, this dude gone.
Yeah, but no, all valid points, man. Like I said, the Apex need to do something that's gonna top their battle royale, and they gotta do something that's really worthwhile. And I think arenas was a good attempt, and I think they learned a lot from it. I think they need to just go ahead and expand on that, make that into something more of a Call of Duty esque. You know what I'm saying? Like they have modes in there that's more than just one thing. Like you can go in there and you
Yeah,
can play arenas and you can play 6v6 team deathmatch. You can go in there and play domination. You can go in there and play like that's what arenas is, right? that's their own entity in that or that own little space, and then you got the Apex Legend Battle Royale. Because I would not mind playing those types of modes. Not saying that they're going to be something I'm going to play constantly because again, their battle royale is just too fun, and I don't play those often enough anyway. But to put that too much time and effort into that, I don't know how they would, kind of. I don't know how they would monetize it because that's all they care about right now is monetization. So arenas was very much so something I didn't expect to ever happen. It was a permanent mode that really doesn't benefit the game in a way where it has caused people to come in droves. Like it just didn't happen. There's a select few people that only play arenas, but there is very, very little people like that. So
That's people that only play arenas. That I ain't gonna say that game mode cheeks, but I mean, but dang, like,
yeah,
nah,
Well,
shit.
like I was
there's
saying before, it's like
when you
Arenas
don't
is just the
have.
one-to-one copy of Valorant, and like there are other games like Counter-Strike that have that same
Hmm.
flow that Apex tried to copy. I just don't think they did it as well. But it realistically, I know y'all like the Battle Royale more, but Arenas was more competitive, I felt, in a sense where you are literally every round get to show off your skill. We just, you got to learn other maps and like you can't just play normally, so you got to relearn the game. But like it is the more competitive mode in a sense. So
I
I think that's
agree.
why a lot of
Yeah.
people play it. I don't
Yeah.
actually, I don't know if it's a lot of people, but there are people that play it dedicated because they keep adding maps for it. So it's like there are people playing it.
They added maps for that game type.
Hey man, it's
Yeah,
like
that
7
game
maps
it's
now.
got like it's more than
Nah.
7.
It's like
They add like 3 every season, and it's been out for like 3 seasons.
Yeah, they need to get that mug out of there. That's probably why they keep adding them doggone maps, bro. Bring back Olympus. What's wrong with them?
yeah. Well, like I said, it's more of a. I think you had a better point when you said that they didn't have anything else because if you didn't want to play the map on that they had currently, there's nothing else to do. So this was the birth of something else to do. That was a good point too. But I get what you're saying as well. Like this is objectively the more competitive mode, which I feel when I play it because I'd be like, oh, I'm about to whoop him, and this the good dude on the team. So I gotta go at his neck every time. So every time I play it, I fight this guy because I'm like, he not finna keep beating me. And it's Gibraltar, or if I'm playing Gibraltar, it's better Gibraltar. It's like that guy has the skill to kind of to either beat you or you have to outplay you. So you have to play him off well, and then like I remember even engaging in some arena moments where I was like, I was pinging the mess out of the one guy that was really good on the team because I wanted my team to engage with him. So it's obviously tactics and like strategy and it's competitive in that mode because simply you could have one guy take the entire round. You got clutch moments, you got all that stuff in that mode. You're not really doing that often in Battle Royale. Most of the time you're running around, but it feels more engaging and fun because you literally have an entire map to make this dynamic moves. And once you kind of get a flow going, you got people coming left, right, bottom, and you like, Jesus, when it's gonna stop. But if you overcome it, that's when you get that moment of triumph and you feel really good about that engagement in itself. But most of the time, like I say 75% of the time, it's just dropping and dying because we're chasing that moment where you could probably get a more sustained engagement playing arenas. So I get what you're saying too. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I think you made an even better point when you said they didn't have anything to have on the side. All they had was arena. All they had was the battle royale. And if you didn't like that map, there's nothing else to do in Apex. So that's when they engaged with this. So two good points, and I think that's both ring true. I just think that um, copying them probably wasn't the best. I didn't know they did that. Copying them and not making it a better spin or making it better in any type of way, like really giving the like really engaging in that arenas where they have different modes or different abilities versus trying to take their abilities into that mode that sometimes don't fit. Um, and don't really help. So we'll see. We'll see what they do with this 9v9. We'll see what they do with the future of new modes. But as of now, I just think that they need to have a little bit more variety. If they're going to keep shoving events down our throats and trying to get the money, they should really be shoving down some more modes, more unique experiences, because I think they can do it. And I just think that they're kind of just wanting to sell us some skins right now. It's been like that for a year. So
y'all keep buying them, man. Y'all
what
reinforcing.
you want
their
me to
behavior.
do? I got good skins. It's good goddamn skins. What you talking about?
Man, them $30 skins, bro, boy, man, y'all
Man.
done lost y'all rabbit mind.
Man, you still get to have all the engagement. You still get every mode in there. So it's not like you have to buy it. I'm saying the fact that they make enough money to do so, like you literally are benefiting from that, because you're not paying anything, but you're also getting everything that we have in regards to the core concept of the game, right? So
I got my alternator though.
No, you don't get the alternator, but they don't take the alternator away because they want to sell more skins. They take the alternator away for balancing and to try to bring in new weapons. So
To
that
make you
is
do
what
something
you're doing.
different so they can buy more time to sell more skins. Bro.
No, man, that's not what's happening.
I mean, let's face it.
Objectively,
they're a little greedy.
They are greedy. I'm not saying they're not. I never say they're not, because I know they're greedy, because they charge way too much for their stuff. I'm saying that the quality of game under that greediness is worth it to me. To me, not to you. It might be to you, but to me, I feel like there's so much that I've garnered from the game that I don't, and I enjoy it enough to want to engage in that way. Yes, it's just another color and another outfit for a digital character, but I guess it's more of about representing, I guess not representing yourself in the game, but just showing off,
how much money you spent.
Yeah, distinctiveness of. I mean, it could be just showing off how much money you spend too. I mean, that's not something you don't do.
I'm
Like
playing.
people
I'm
buy.
playing.
No, but it's true though. It's like it's truth to what you're saying. It's not like people don't do that. Like oh, I bought this because I wanted to show that I got every skin in the game. I like certain things. I like the heirloom, so I have to buy things to get to the heirloom. So sometimes it does come off to be where it shows that I bought pretty much all of it. But when I buy the Apex Legends packs, like the editions, I just want all the collection. That's it. It's like, even though it does nothing for me, I don't even wear half the skins. It's just I want the collection of having all the editions of Mirage, Pathfinder, Octane, Loba, whoever comes out, I'm probably gonna buy, and that's $20 a pop. So it's like this collection thing, but it's also show offy. Sometimes that is what people do. People do the same thing when they buy shoes and they never wear them. They just want people to know that they got them. So I don't know. It's just something about when you engage with something well and more enough. Like I'd rather engage with something that I'm actually playing and getting some excitement out of than the brand. Because at the end of the day, that brand did nothing, literally nothing for me. It gave me no more enjoyment for me to put it on my feet. But this game has provided me enjoyment because I actually play it and I use what said things in said game. So I can be a little bit less, more. I can be more loose with that than I could with buying an item, because this brand is nice and this brand may have, like, I will buy a quality shirt over a brand any day, but people sometimes just buy a brand over a quality shirt because of what that brand could, I guess, identify for them or showcase for them that they want to be shown. The same thing that kind of come with these characters. If I play everybody and I enjoy everybody, I won't when I actually play that individual. I want my experience or my equiption to look like I actually care about said character. So I want this person to have the nicest banner. I want them to have the nicest outfit on. I want them to have some equips. I want them to have cool looking keel and my tracker. So that's kind of that.
So
whole...
Jalen, why don't you like cosmetics?
You said why I don't like cosmetics?
Yeah.
Cause I don't own them.
What you mean you don't own them?
Like they could take it away from me at any time. I don't have anything to show for if they was to shut their game servers down, things like that.
Oh well,
I don't
yeah,
really
I
want
understand. Like you don't want to pay money, but even the free stuff you don't care about.
to. I mean, some stuff is cool, like, but I just don't like. I don't get to see my character with the skin on, like in a first-person shooter game. Y'all know I play fashion souls. Like if I play Dark Souls, I care about how my dude look, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Apex, I don't get to see that, so I'm not gonna do that. Like y'all got barriers, like it's digital stuff. I don't own it, so if y'all was to shut the game down, this is an online only game. I can't do anything with it. Um, Secondly, y'all want too much money for it. Thirdly, I can't see it on my dude. Like this for other people to see me, and I just feel like at that point, I'm not wearing it for myself. I'm wearing it for other people. Same thing with like when people like the point you was making when you was buying clothes and brands and stuff like that. You say you want a quality shirt because you care about how it look on you, or not how it look on you, but how it
How
feel
I
on you.
feel.
Like versus other people go buy Gucci, Louis, all this type of stuff because they want other people to see that they got something or whatever. So I was never somebody that was really like that. So it kind of correlate with the game. And this is two separate rounds, but they kind of coincide just a tad bit. It's a little bit of a reach, I will say that, but I don't ever care about the way my character look on the game unless I'm seeing them. Like I'm like, yeah, my dude look cold. Like so, I care about cosmetics to a certain degree, but it need to have some flair to it. Like in Call of Duty, I ain't never buy skins on my guns for real, because you can't really see them on there. Like you can, but you die so quick and just keep. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't. You can't really bask in it for real. Like you looking at the other stuff around you. It's the first person. I don't know if that's making any sense to y'all, but
I
I'm
mean,
just selective on what I like to.
it makes sense, I suppose, but it's like the gold gun in Overwatch. You like it because it kind of gives you showcases that you use that gun a lot, right? And you don't have to pay for anything. But say for instance, what is it hurting you to actually equip it versus
I
not
ain't never
when
get it.
you didn't pay it for it, you know?
I ain't never get it.
Okay, I'm not saying that you dare, but I'm saying
Oh,
like
you
that
saying
is the
just in
same thing. Like
general?
if you were to actually get that, what is the point of not equipping because you feel as if you can't see it? But at the same time, what is that like? What I guess that it's not like I'm trying to figure you out. It's more so about really just
You trying to make a
understanding.
point?
Yeah, it's like what is the difference between not wearing and wearing when something is free and you can have it you have access to. You play the game enough, you have access to, and you utilize this in a way where you care about it. At least when you're emoting, when you're doing finishers, you're going to see that character in some way, shape, or form. Like when you have when you got the heirloom item, I didn't expect you to actually buy the heirloom because I was like, maybe he don't really care about any of it. But you bought the heirloom, but I think more so because we told you what they were for. You didn't really care about that, and then you was like, okay, but I might as well buy lifelines because now I can see her little drumsticks, whatever she doing with them, blah blah blah. But it was free, so it was equipped. I mean, you found one thing like your one skin with lifeline, and you wear it. But I understand what you're saying, like, because you know you made points in the past that hey, I only play with lifeline because she had equipped. I had got a skin for her. You have plenty of skins for every other character. You just probably haven't looked, and you don't. And that's kind of like I really just want to understand the whole concept of maybe it's just more so if I don't engage with it at all, I'm never tempted to look at it to do anything or purchase anything, or if is it more just what you were stating earlier is like I can't necessarily see it all that well, so I'm not going
Well,
to engage with it. But it seemed
it's
like it's a kind of like it's like both sides of the same. It's like both sides of two different tokens though, because it's like you're saying, okay, I'm not gonna look at it, I'm not gonna care for it, but then you do still equip stuff sometimes, but you don't equip it for most characters. You only play with one character. That makes sense.
it's a combination of things. Like if the first thing is y'all know I'm like I'm I need if I'm gonna spend money on something, I need to see the value behind it. Like my value of a dollar versus your value of a dollar versus Josh's value of a dollar. They're completely different, right?
Yeah.
I spend money on shoes and stuff like that. Y'all probably don't see the benefit of doing it, but I mean, I ain't gonna say I see the benefit completely, but you know, when I get them purple dunks, I'll be like, man, these is kind of icy, you know what I'm saying? So
I see the benefit of doing it. I just kind of grew past it.
yeah,
That's what I always say is like you see the
it's,
benefit in anything you do. You see the benefit. Just like this, I see the benefit in doing it, and I see the benefit of not doing it. I could have saved plenty of money by not doing it this way, but it's more so about the psychology of it and understanding what is the reason that would cause someone to disengage on something that they kind of play often,
my
disengage in
thing.
that aspect of it, but they don't even
It,
need it
I think
like
that
I,
to.
I do think that the money aspect or like how you get it does play into it. It's just more maybe subconscious because like
And I messed
if
up.
we
My
was
bad.
playing Modern Warfare 3, then you keep playing, you unlock your fall camo or you unlock your golden guns, and like you'll put them on because you earned them or you got them
yeah,
for doing something. Whereas in a lot of games, especially Apex, there is no way to earn anything. Like it's just a random loot box drop or you pay for it, and like that does diminish the, I guess, the rareness of them, because I it's a lot of people that complain about Halo for that same reason, where it's like, in Halo 3 to get the Hayabusa armor, I have to do something special. But like if I want samurai armor in Infinite, I'm either going, get it for free from playing an event, or I'm gonna buy it, and there's no actual status or value to it. It's just a skin. So all that to say, like I think that the money does play an aspect of it, and also like Jalen said, if it's not something that you're gonna see often, then you can kind of ignore it.
it don't affect the gameplay at all. So like, let's say Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. Cats used
Hmm.
to they used to get on your head. You got fall camo, bro. You can't have fall camo. Look at your KD, or you not even this prestige. It take this amount of time to get these many headshots. You boost it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But when you earn those camos or whatever, it don't take anything away from me to do it. I'm gonna just go at an example. I like using a scar. Every time I play Call of Duty, when I on Modern Warfare 2, when I was trying to go off or something, I got my scar. Like I got my scar, Scavenger, Stopping Power Pro, and then I got what's that last one? Commando. Like I already know what I'm running. And because I use that scar so much, because I care about using this gun and stuff like that, I'm gonna slap a cam on it. All right, bet. Now I got fall. Now I can show people I got 500 headshots, and now I got my fall cam or whatever. So if they pick up my gun or something, you might be able to provoke people a little bit. But man, you boosted for this. I did boost for it. We ain't gonna talk about that part though. But anywho, like,
500 headshots. Wow.
hey, but
Every
but
prestige.
anyway,
Nah.
first, you know what I'm saying? But people have their little formulas and all that type of stuff. But anyway, what I'm saying is, I earned it. It was on the route of me doing what I normally do in the game in order to earn something. So I didn't have to deviate and do nothing extra
It
in order to
rewarded you
get it.
for how you played.
For how, yeah, I was rewarded for how I played. So I ain't had to spend no money besides, playing Xbox Live and Modern Warfare 2. I was gonna get this amp anyway. Secondly, like I said, the cost standpoint, if it costs a lot of money, I pay like $1 or $2 or something for some camos or something like that. Like I indulge in some of those things. I bought a Lifeline skin because one was on sale or whatever, and I could pay them with a red tokens on Apex and stuff. So I do buy stuff on there, but I just tend to buy all my stuff because I don't buy something unless I really want it, because I know how the little microtransaction stuff work, that they give you a lump sum that can usually get burned through pretty quickly. So unless you're gonna re up on there and stuff like that, you might want to hang on to it. Likewise, the Destiny, I bought the Crank That Soldier Boy. I ain't want to. I saved my silver for a long time or whatever, and I was just like, all right, I guess I could get this because I really enjoy to Crank That Soldier Boy, and I still got all this silver on here that I never use because they just put content or like little
Little
aesthetics,
things,
emotes,
yeah.
cosmetic. Yeah, so I always hang on to it. So when y'all talk to me about my Apex and how I ain't bought no characters and stuff, I spent some of them red tokens buying Lifeline, another skin or whatever, but all her other skins, they're literally copy and paste of each other. And like the legendary ones or the epic, whatever the highest rank called, like
Legendary.
they're the same ones of each other. They're just reskins. And then when you start going to the store and stuff, then they start wanting all this other stuff, and then we take a certain form of currency and stuff like that. Because there's definitely been things that I wanted in there, and I was just like, this would be cool, But then I started thinking about the practicality of it. Y'all want $20 and stuff, and I ain't finna see my character, and it don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? All this type of stuff. I'm like, bump it. I really don't need this skin because it's not gonna do nothing. Now the heirloom, again, I spent some things on. I had to spend my little tokens on that, but I got that out of a box. I remember y'all told me how the heirlooms work, what you got to do to get them, all this type of stuff. Still flew over my head to some capacity because I don't indulge into the market, the loot boxes, and all that type of stuff to fully get a grasp on how it works. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a lay person when it comes to their store or whatever, because I'm not fully in the store understanding what you got to buy, get the tokens, all that type of stuff. But anywho, I got a drop box and they gave it to me. So I'm like, okay, bet. Now I can actually pull out her thing. She got little different hit animations. You know what I'm saying? She got animations, bro. Let's talk about it. Animations. They put some effort into this game to make her do animations and not just put a skin over somebody, a coat of paint over them to do something. So they showed me some sort of effort that they put into the game. And I'm like, okay, I can indulge in that a little bit. They got the sound effects too. They got sound bites in there now, bro. Like it's different stuff coming into like place with these. They actually put some work into it. So I'm like, okay, I can indulge in it. So anytime you pull it out, it's just animation. You can actually see them. Like all that makes it better. I still want to spend no money on it. Don't get me wrong now. I ain't saying how to spend money.
Yeah, no.
But
I agree with you on that. I was just trying to, because I have actively seen you say, I don't like say for instance remember when
long
I
story
asked
short,
you,
I
I
ain't trying to
said,
get finesse.
remember when I asked you, I said, I know you got crafting materials. Why don't you buy the the trackers for your character? Because I know you've done a lot of stuff with said character. You didn't even want to put your kills on your banner. I mean, I guess you just didn't care. I mean, that makes sense, but at the same time, I don't know what is the point of playing said game if you don't engage with the things that show off what you've done in said game. Like you don't do badges. Like if you were to probably drop a 20 bomb with lifeline, I don't expect you to put the badge on there.
Oh, I'm putting that up there if they give it to me. The game they make everything a drop. So half the stuff I don't even have because I didn't get the drop.
But you got the crafting materials that you don't need them for elsewhere because you're not going to do anything with them, right?
I might. That goes back to the thing
He
where you're not gonna
and
get
it's good
crafting
to
materials
save it.
easy.
It's like he might not use it this season or next season, but like in 3 seasons, there might be something you
Because I
want and
definitely,
like you
yeah,
already
I
have it.
definitely use them. But once you
But
get to
it's
level
like been
500,
like
how you supposed to get
nine
crafting materials?
seasons. That's what I'm saying. Like it's been like 9 seasons. How many times have you crafted in this game?
Maybe like one or two items.
It's been 9 seasons. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, but
that's
we
a
didn't start playing
long
Apex for
time.
real until like season like 6.
I'll say Deontay that the way he's playing it, if that he knows he's only gonna want one thing every now and then, it's better to hold on to it because there's not easy ways to get the currency. Like you grind for it through unlocking loot boxes or you spend
Yeah.
money to get it. And so if they come out with the event next week, and they got the heirloom and there's a lifeline skin that you can only get from the event, that's like 2,400 things, and it takes like a whole season or more to like get
Accumulate that.
2,400 crafting materials. Yeah.
No,
And
I
then once you
understand
get to
that. I'm
level
not telling him
500
to
on the spot,
waste it on something. I'm saying there's been 9 seasons and two things have been earned, or things have been crafted. That means that out of but he's saying I only started really in 6. So I guess, but you're not paying attention to what's in the game to even engage in that way. That's what I'm
I
confused
do
by
though. I
that
look at the
part.
store periodically.
You look at
I
the
check
store
the store.
periodically.
Yeah, every time I get on the game, I might check it. Well, not every time I get on the game, but like I might check it. Or if y'all say something in the chat or something, I might go check the store.
Hmm.
I don't just like ignore the store completely. Like I check it
But
and see if there's
but
something
you
I
do
want.
know that the only thing that you can purchase with the currency that you have is the recolors. So the stuff that's actually there, like this event that just occurred today, this Dark Death events, right? This event has a lifeline skin that you can now create because that is something that they put in the game for you to create it. But the only time that you can actually use the currency you earned to get something new is when these events occur. Now, granted, these events that are occurring right now, like this Dark Depths events, this going to stay in their store for forever. But like, say for instance, when Lifeline had that really cool, well, I don't know what you could deem cool, but when she had that skin that was in the event for, I think, it was Revenant's heirloom. I don't know if you actually went into engage and see how much it costs to actually make it, because you can make it at that point and just get that skin. But I don't think you do that. And that's why I was kind of like, I don't know what you mean when you say I'm assuming now I should be able to believe that you actually do that. I just don't know about it.
Yeah, I don't check like I said, I don't be keeping up to date with all like what they be doing and stuff in there. I just check it periodically to see if something happened or
But you
you
can't
know.
but you hear what I'm saying? Like, you can't make the stuff that they sell outside of the events that occur. But you do check the events. Is that what I'm hearing? Because you can't, if you go
I
to the
mean,
store when it's not an event occurring, you can't make it. But when there's an event occurring, you can finally make it with the crafting materials you have, but the red currency is only for recolors. So skins you already got legendaries that has a recolor for. So literally the only thing that your currencies are good for are when events occur. But when events occur, you just ignore it blatantly. You ignore it, the entire thing. That's why I was like, I don't see how you engage with it if you don't do it in those times. And it's been like 9 seasons. So I don't know.
I mean, I could be ignoring them completely. I don't be knowing what's an event and what's not an event half the time, to be honest with you. So, um, I just like I said, but at the bare bones, like that's how I operate. Like, I buy my stuff until I really
Really,
want to
really want
buy
something.
something, and then I go ahead and spend it on that because like at the end of the day, they give me a limited amount of currency. Once you're level 500, you get less loot boxes and stuff like that. Basically, I ain't trying to get finessed by the game. Like, I will not get finessed. That's on baby. Um,
Yeah,
but
I get what
like,
you're saying. Like, I would never tap into a currency that I have to put real money into, but I would also learn the systems of a game that I play often. So
yeah,
that's my gripe. It's more so, yeah, I get you not spending money, but you play this game almost. This is probably like the most we've played a game in a very long time, and it's probably been this way for like the last year, right? For you not to
yeah.
know how how your materials work, that puts me under the belief that you don't care about any of the cosmetic stuff. And that's where I was. And then when you do say I do fashion, so I'd be like, well, your actions say otherwise.
Well, it
And
depends
that's
on
where
the
I
game
kind of
too.
go from there.
We got to think about the game and stuff too. This is Apex. Apex, they want a little bit of an absurd amount when it comes to the coins or crafting materials
Crafting
or the
material,
red.
yeah.
They won't. You basically buy one legendary thing, which is like what 1,200 crafting materials,
20. It's like 1800, yeah, 1800 for
something
events,
like that.
twenty four
How
hundred for
long
this event because they stand in the store, yeah. So
and how long do it take to get them back?
2400.
I think I literally got
You
3,600 on me right now.
You probably got like you'll never see it again.
Never see it again. So I
It's
just
like two
that's
battle
my
pass worth of like
Yeah,
complete the whole battle pass.
you're right.
yes. So I'm like, that's dead. Now if we talking about other games like freaking Overwatch, I definitely indulge in the stuff in Overwatch. Like, I bought multiple skins on Overwatch, like gladly. Um,
Not
I
bought,
just
but you like use the currency that they gave you,
yeah,
right?
I use the currency. I bought the Flying Dutchman, Sigma dude. Like, I was looking at Ash skins and stuff. Y'all heard me say hopefully they come out a new skin for Ash for this season. Like, all that type of stuff. Like, I indulge in that. Fashion Soul, same thing. Obviously, I need to play what's the safest card, but at the same time, I'm like, well, I'm skilled enough at this game where I don't need to play the safest card, so I'm about to I want my dude to look a certain way. I did that in Dark Souls 2. I did it in Dark Souls 3. Bloodborne, same thing. Bloodborne gave you more flexibility and stuff. I got to actually see my dude and stuff. Even in Destiny a first person shooter game, but you was able to kind of, I felt more integrated with Destiny because Apex, you got what, 15 characters in that mug now. Everybody is the same character, like, or not the same character, but they're the people are going to play with similar characters and stuff like that. Like, there might be a lifeline. At the core, they're the same character. You can't differentiate yourself. You can be a warlock and I can be a warlock, but we can play completely different. Destiny had a little bit more personality within the characters where you can kind of customize and, well, I want my dude to look like this. I'm finna put this on. This is my Crucible gear. This the gear I literally was like, this the gear for the raid. I don't really like the way it looked, but obviously it's the most efficacious. So I'm gonna just use this. Versus in Crucible, when it ain't matter, I'm finna come in there looking fresh. I'm finna come in here looking fresh and go crazy. So when I see my dude spawn in, that's when Destiny 1 had the cold spawn ins and stuff like that. Yo, dude come in, they put their banner down. You be like, yeah, we finna get busy. Like, they had the music, they had the whole ambiance. You be like, we finna get busy today, bro. We finna do this. So you be like, all right, how my dude look compared to everybody else? You go crazy. They see the dude. They be like, oh yeah, that's that dude with this gear on. He been going kind of crazy. I need to watch out for him. Like, he got the mythos in his hand. Like, he going kind of crazy right now. So like, you was able to feel your dude and actually change the way you look because other warlocks look the same. Oh, that's that boy with that chatter white on. He been working me all day. Like, he got this banner on. He got this basic hunter. Like, those are the type of things where I can really get personal and then make my dude a certain way. Versus in Apex, well, at the bare bones, I'm Lifeline, and y'all can see me as Lifeline. I'm gonna do the same Lifeline thing. My L1 do the same thing. Like, you ain't got to worry about what abilities I got because they only one way.
Yeah.
It wasn't, you couldn't customize as much. Like, I could throw an Axiom Bolt, I could throw a Void Grenade, I could throw a Shatter Grenade. Like, my Shatter Grenade might do something different. I might have Lifesteal. He got a Rambo. He probably got Lifesteal. Boom, boom. Well, I'm running this one. Like, it was just, you felt more different than other people. You had the opportunity to, at least. Right. Apex? Nah.
Well, I guess that the portions where you can show off, stuff that you've earned or created or built or not earned, there's really nothing else you can do. Like, stuff that you find, like an achievement. Say, for instance, you find that your your drone healing is a huge achievement. So you put the amount of how much you've healed people over time, stuff like that. That's where I was like, okay, you kind of lose me in your argument because more so that stuff that stuff is not engaged either, even though we've played it for quite a while. So
honestly,
don't even matter. Like, those
I don't use
trackers. The trackers is just kind of like, I don't know. Like, I like the, let's just say we talking about little aesthetic thingies. The trackers is just numbers and how many drone. Like, I don't. That's cool and stuff.
Yeah,
but the
I
fact
barely
that you
even
still
use
gotta
them.
buy them. Like, that's kind of lame. Like, that you gotta buy them. How many season kills you get, you gotta unlock that. Like, it's just kind of weird that they do that, and the fact that they want to charge you crafting materials to unlock them is just kind of dumb to me. And it causes a little disinterest on my part to make me even want to indulge with any of that. Versus on Call of Duty, you can go kill people, go get an Omnicide or something like that, and then
they give you the banner for it.
Yeah, they give you a banner, and then they give you a little emote thingy that pop up every time you kill somebody.
I know I was trying to get my 250 AC 130 kills, so I get the animated ones.
Yeah, you want them animated ones. Like, them ones look cool. Like, they pop up every time you kill somebody. They sitting in the lobby of somebody, go hover over your stuff. They can actually go look at your stuff. Versus on Apex, you kill somebody. Most time when you kill somebody and stuff like that, they not finna pay attention to that. I don't even look at people's stuff when they kill me. I just keep it going. Like, you don't see people not call cards, they little trackers and stuff like that. They only show your tracker when your team's tracker. They show the leader, the kill leader type stuff or whatever. They got them on a big old banner thingies and stuff like that nobody's gonna pay attention to. And then when you get killed by them, do y'all look at their stuff? Because I surely don't. I don't even look at the damage, what happened. I just be like, oh, I got killed.
It's usually just the kill leader once the game start, but that's usually it.
But
And that'd
that's
be
how
wrong
I
half the time
distinguish
anyway.
if it's a good character versus a bad individual. Like I usually use their stats checker because it's like, okay,
And that's why I purposely don't use the things. I'd be like, oh, I got one revive with Lifeline, but I don't show nobody because one, they're gonna think I'm trash. Or if I got a whole bunch of stuff, then they gonna think like they gotta go for me or whatever. But
I
like,
guess it's a progression for me because I look at it as, okay, how much have I done with this character? I play with everyone, so I feel like it keeps me on track of, okay, well, this reminds me of, oh, I actually did play this character a lot, or I actually did not play this character a lot, or I actually tried to use something with like, okay, why am I in like the 400 range with this character? Did I at one season try to play? But I guess I engage with everything a little bit more than you guys. I think you guys don't engage with that side because it's like it doesn't matter to you. But not
It's
only
so
is it
transient,
because
you can't indulge in it. Like you actually look at that stuff. You're looking at it for yourself. I don't look at that stuff for myself because the only thing I care about is my season kills. Everything aside from that, I don't care about how many. I can't even quantify how many points I'm healing on somebody because no numbers even tell me when I'm healing with Lifeline. So it's like, I mean, I literally put it up there because it's a fat number. Like, I, I can't make this up, bro. Like, that's the only reason I put up there. I'm like, okay, that look like I've been playing Lifeline for a little bit. Let me put this on here. Oh, I look like this. I did a lot
but
with
your
this.
kills probably will just tell that. But I'm more so, I guess it's more so my end of how I think about banners and kill clips. It feels like I've like what I've done with said character. So if I even played with someone else, like somebody picked my character, like y'all probably never had that occur to y'all or something like that, but somebody picked someone. When I play somebody that I just randomly pick and chosen, they don't just have like a blanket there. Like they're not just someone I never tried or utilized or even did anything on. Even if it's 47 kills, like I'm fine with that. Versus not putting anything up there and just being blank.
But some
Does
people
that
be
make
dogs that
sense?
don't put nothing up there though.
yeah, that's what I
But
mean.
they do that because they don't want people to know. Like we
That
don't.
they a dog.
Yeah, that's like different. It's a different type of because like they still have
The only
the.
one I use is kills. Like I don't even use the other ones because like if it's for example season 6 kills, I got 1,000 kills season 6. It's not season 6 anymore, so that one is invalid. And the only one that I actually care about, like Jalen said, the damage numbers be too big sometimes. So I just go with kills because, like, I got 1,000 kills with this character that shows I've used this character a lot. And that's it. That's the only one that actually has any value to me.
Okay.
They was reaching when they put them things on there. Them literally could have been little stat things you could have looked at, like how you can do on Overwatch to see your play time with this character and all that type of stuff.
But y'all
They
did
just
check
wanted
that
something,
stuff though, right?
yeah, for
And
ourselves,
people
not to
in
go
over,
put on my call
but
card.
and I know some of y'all. I don't know about Josh. I know I never engaged in that way with Overwatch, where I would check if somebody was playing on a character and see how long they've been playing on it.
Oh,
But
I
other
don't look at
people would
other
do
people's.
it.
I look at mine.
But what other people would do it. So I'm saying this is the same level of me understanding that okay, he playing Mirage, but he only got like 2 kills, so he probably gonna be trash with him. He ain't never engaged with this character at all. So that makes me feel like okay, probably didn't want to pick this guy, or he's just new to the game. That same thing when it comes to their level at the top. I'm like, okay, you're level 25. You're probably just new to the game. So I'm probably not expecting much from you. And that's when I'd be like, okay, he actually going off. He must be boosting or something. Because I'm reading based off of their banner how they're actually engaging. So I use it for information, even though it's just for myself. But it's something else that I engage the game with. Just like it's like a community thing versus anything. It's a community thing. It's like you was here for this season, you did this for this season, you was engaged here in season 1 and you got 1,000 kills. Okay, so that means you've been playing for a while. It's like that is a community thing. Like I don't see no
But
harm in engaging
so,
in it.
like, I don't think those things are really accurate though, because like if I pick Ash, I'm looking at Ash right now. I got one that says 25 pistol kills with Ash, which means I must be
But you're
trash with
not
pistols or I don't use pistols.
right, but that's
Or I
not
got 2 sniper kills with Ash. That means I
mhm.
can't snipe. and like those is not even accurate because it's not account wide, it's character specific.
Right. I'm
Then on top of
saying
that,
literally.
I don't give it a lot of merit because after what I seen when people be playing Fortnite with no skins, be some dogs on there. When you got them hunters and Trials of Osiris with no freaking with the most basic emblem, that's some dogs and all that type of stuff. Like it's just not a valid measurement to it for me, and it just waste time to look at it. I mean, I ain't gonna say it waste time, but it's
It's not
just
because it's there.
it,
It's when you pop into the game and like the people
yeah.
that like that's nothing that's causing you to engage. It's nothing that's stopping you from engaging. It's everything about what you put into it versus what you take out of it. Because there's nothing that's going to stop you from. It's nothing that's gonna. It's not causing you any anguish. It's not making you stop and look. It's basically something there that the community uses, and that is what the trackers are. It's a community based thing. It's not for necessarily just yourself, it's for other people as well to kind of understand. Like if I was to never have played like with Lifeline and I never used any of her trackers, I wouldn't even remember how I used to play with her all the time. I only know that I played with her because of what I used to do with my stats, and I was like, I remember playing with her often. But that was like season freaking 3. Like it's still seasons past now. So even if they give you trackers for specific seasons, I feel like they have some said value. I understand that y'all don't care about it, but to write it off like it don't matter, I think that's a little
I
bit
feel like
different.
it doesn't replace other forms of customization. Like if I had a choice, obviously it takes more work, but like I rather them put different customization. Like you let me change Lifeline drone. Like I can get custom drone skins or stuff like that. Like people will be way more interested in that versus a banner in which like they're asking real money for banners and they are putting it as equal as other things. And it's like they're not. They're just stats. And so if I go to the event, like sure I can craft it, but like it's sometimes like feels like a waste of crafting materials just to see my
Mm.
stats.
Don't they want 60 to get that? Like each one?
For
Yeah,
trackers,
the ones for the events are 120 crafting
Man, they
materials.
done lost their rabbit mind, bro. They and then how many characters? All right,
Yeah, and
but
that's one
they never
thing for
drop
the only character.
one. They never drop everyone with this. They don't drop like the banners because it's always going to be kills, wins, and damage done. Those are the ones threes for the all the event type of banners things that you can like make a customization or whatever you want to do with that. I'm literally talking. I'm not talking about that. I'm literally just talking about utilizing said things like when you're going to like okay kills as a kill leader. I could care less about kill as a kill leader, but there are certain things on here that kind of distinguish me as what type of player that I am, right? Like nobody engages with the arena stuff because literally it's gonna replace the stuff that you do in the regular battle royale, so nobody cares. But if I go back and I look at how many season 1 kills I literally got 9 kills with Path. It just shows a history that I enjoy to look at. And if I wanted to display
Yeah,
it,
I think the stats are valuable. Like every game should have a stat screen so you can see that history. Like I played 20,000 hours of Apex. Like, yeah, show me that. But I don't think they're valuable as a customization tool on my banner
well, why do you consider it customization and not just community stuff?
because it's under the customization screen. Like
they could
it's
literally
a
just have
part of the
some way so
game.
you can look at somebody's stats and then go do it how they do it on Overwatch. That would serve the same purpose, and you can actually take time to go do that if
But
you so
it's like a
please.
quick glimpse because literally I don't feel like going to someone's like literally I don't like
You can
Overwatch was an
still you
overkill
can
because nobody should be able to go in and judge you based off of your stats. Like that's crazy to me. Like like that's crazy to me.
But it's
Like
a
people
competitive game
literally
though.
did that. Like that made that created a toxic place for people to go in and say I want to look at your stats and see why are you playing this character, right? But this kind of like what you present is what you want to present. Like you can put all Black Lives Matter, the Asian Lives Matter thing. You could do that and nobody would care because it's all about the community and what people want to portray in their bios as their like
Yeah, I'm
their
not
banners.
saying that
But you're saying
I
like
I
it's
think the
not.
badges are fine. I
Yeah,
think
the
the
badge is
badges are
cool.
fine. because the badges are, get a 20 ball and you get your badge for it. Like you earned it, you did something for it, or you played during a certain event. That's fine. The trackers are not achievements. The trackers are literally stats that every game shows. Like I can go back to Modern Warfare 2 right now and it will show me I got 3,000 kills during this time period and it's free. And if I want to show it up on my banner, I can do that. But it's like,
You can
I
put the
don't
badge up
see
for
any
it.
value. Like
It's
there's value
saturating
in
the
it,
drop
but
pool.
is a value worth paying for? Like
It's saturating the
because they're
drop
But
asking
they
pool.
don't
for
make you pay for it.
they do,
They're
Deontay, because
saturating.
all the monetization is together. They're in the loot boxes. I'm open loot box. I'm gonna get 2 trackers and I'm gonna get a skin. Like it's diluting the loot box so that dilutes the value of a loot box. And they're asking for crafting materials, and I know crafting materials are not real money, but how you get them is equivalent to real money, and they're taking a long time to get. So they are asking for real money or time for these
Stats
stats,
that
and
you can
I
see in
don't see a
every other
value in it.
game.
But they don't charge you for
They don't
They
charge
take
you
up my time.
directly, but they charge you either you get your loot box money that you just spent money on for your loot boxes. They charge you for that, or they charge you for your time. You gotta get the battle pass and put 20 hours into battle pass to get these crafting materials.
And let's bring it full circle. Let's bring it full circle now. They charge you, so everything Josh just said is accurate, right? To put on something that doesn't have a lot, that you cannot give a lot of merit, because some people they can customize their stuff how they want to. You can be like, Josh, don't put nothing up there. You could be somebody that play a lifeline, but you choose to not kill people and you put your kills up there, but you really a god lifeline. Like, I'm not saying that's that's real hypothetical, but basically they're taking up time, money, saturating the loot pool to give you these little trackers that's free on other games that you can easily go access, and it literally adds no value.
I can understand the point of it being polluting the drop pool. I cannot agree with the fact that y'all are saying that they're worthless. I don't agree with that, and I never will. I'm saying
They're
that
they are worth. I would say they are worth $0 to me. They're worth zero time to me. If I get them completely free, they just show up. I get it. It's fine. I don't care. I'll use it because I got it. I'm not going to go out on my way to get it. I'm not going to spend money to get it. I'm not going to use crafting materials to get them
but most
because
of the
they're
time
not
the
worth
trackers
money.
are just events that you just got to go do. Like the event,
All them basic trackers, they still dropping for me.
I
They
don't
taking up skins
literally
and
I'm
other stuff that
saying
could have
the
been in there.
ones that are blue, like literally the ones that are part of events, most of the time those trackers are either are given to you in those set the loot boxes, or there is literally like on the like those one time events. Like remember when Revenant came, or not, Rampart had her little whatever mode that was when she got her heirloom. There was trackers in the free version of that thing, not in the actual event that you pay for. So what I'm saying is, I get what y'all saying. It's a mix. I understand it's a mix. I understand that it's probably better to just not engage with it at all because it's like they're monetizing stats. I get that. All I'm saying is that when you actually have them and they're actually unlocked and you did nothing to actually do it outside of just play the game, why is that a bad thing?
Because if you
Because
people like me, I don't have all the trackers that I want to have, so I only can show what I have, if that makes sense. So I can't show you all the feats and stuff that I did because I ain't got them all.
Literally, you have all the season's kills, wins, and damage done
like I'm
because
looking at the
literally
event
just
right now,
playing the game.
and Ash has like 3 things in the event right now. And if I wanted all 3, I either gotta play the event
But
and
that
maybe they give
event
me a loot box.
is those ones where they stay in the game, so they charge you more. So yes, they're double. So they would normally be around 60. They're 120 right now. I get what you're saying there. I'm not talking about them. Those are cosmetic trackers. Those I don't consider regular trackers. I'm talking about
I
just saying wins, kills,
I
and
didn't
damage
know there
done.
was a difference between event trackers that are double price or not, because I don't think of them as important. I think of them as stats that I want to show off. And if it, like, let's just say in a different version of the game, they just had a whole screen with 100 different trackers and you just choose whatever you want, then sure, maybe I will put on, I got 300 revives with this character. But like, because it's not that, and there are different ways to get them, and there are some that are locked to certain events, there are some that are always available, and this whole scheme of learning how to unlock these things that I don't actually care about.
Right.
So I'm just not going to engage in it.
I'm not telling y'all to care. I'm telling y'all
I'm
to
just saying I'm not going to engage in them because it takes a certain level of interest or care in this item to get it, and I'm not going
respectfully.
to do that.
I get that. I understand what you're saying, and I do think badges are more important to me because when I get my 20 bomb badge, I'm gonna wear it proudly. But I ain't got one yet. What I'm saying is that trackers play a part in that whole banner custom appeal to me. It makes me feel like if I'm proud of my arena kills, I'm proud of my arena wins, I can put that on there and I don't have to be subject to someone judging not only what I want them to see, but my entire portfolio. I want to represent what I find the most enjoyable in the game or what I find the biggest achievement I have done versus what everybody else wants to pick apart. So when it comes to the trackers, I just find that they are engaging in that way where I could say, "Oh, I got 1,000 arena wins." Nobody cares about arenas, but I care about arenas. So I want you to know I'll go off in arenas. Come get at me in arenas or something like that. It's literally
Yeah,
nothing to be
I would just
mad
say
about. I just feel like I don't understand the point of being upset or not upset. Y'all just don't care about it. I get that I don't care, but I feel like there's a point to it and there's a
I
purpose
can be
for it.
upset because it's saturating the drop pool.
But you don't
that, but
gauge the drop pool either, Jalen.
I'll say that, like Jalen said earlier, they're not that important because you don't really see them. I would say that. Like, you see the kill leader maybe when you start the game, but I literally don't see it any other time, and so I don't put as much effort into it. When you play arenas, like, you see the opposite team all the time, so it might be make more sense then where it says, this person got 10,000 Rampart kills, so he must be cold with Rampart. But that's
Okay.
arenas, and it's a competitive mode. And what I'm saying is, if I so put it this way, if we play Battle Royale right now and we only see the kill leader team trackers and we don't see any of the other 50 team trackers, what's the point? I've only seen
When somebody kill
three.
you, you see their tracker. When somebody
So I'm
kills you,
dead. I'm dead. I'm about to press start and quit.
That's what I'm
I,
saying. I'm like, I'm not finna be like,
I
yeah, that boy had
understand that.
8,000 kills, man. I see why he. Nigga,
But
I'm gone.
that
Team
it,
white,
it
it's time to
just
back out.
shows
I'm,
again
I don't even look at it
we
what's in the
don't win
game.
enough because if we won enough, we would probably be more
But
opinionated
even
about
still, we
when we
win. Who's
come
gonna see
in.
our thing?
Everyone,
The other 99 people left, and it's the last team we killed. They gonna see it.
not win the fight. I'm talking about win the battle royale when you come in and you
That's
are
what I
the
mean.
champions.
We win sometimes and don't even be the
So again, what I'm saying is when that time
champ.
occurs, what are
Oh, I'll say
we?
this. It's not important because there are no lobbies. Like, if there was a pre-game lobby, you send a lobby, you can look at other people, blah blah blah. Then maybe it have more value because people, that people will actually see your stuff. But like, this is a random mode where 99% of the people are not gonna even see your stats, so it doesn't
But when
feel
they do,
important.
Josh, when they
I don't
do,
know how they feel. I don't know. It ain't no lobby where they can call me the N word and say I boosted. So I don't know what they think it.
what I'm saying is that it's not just to to portray yourself as better than the rest. It's also to show what you find enjoyable about said character, or what you like about said character, or what you like that you achieve with said character. So
And
I
my
get what y'all
counterpoint is
saying.
I can do that without buying the trackers because it still tracks it, and I don't have to own it to see that history.
Right, right. You don't have to own it to see that history. I
Or
was
have a
just
So there,
saying.
subscription
it has
box
no
for it.
customization value then.
So exactly. Okay, so it doesn't have no customization value to you, and it doesn't have any point or purpose to you.
That's right.
But outside of that, there is some type of, I guess, value in it. Even if I also did not engage with the trackers, I could see some value in it, just like I could see some with the badges. Most of the time, I can't see no value with frames or poses because they literally serve nothing outside of just, I don't know. I don't know. They don't have anything. It's just like, because all you're doing is looking at it and your team is looking at it. They serve zero purpose to me, but I still wear them because I, again, engage with the customization of the game. Badges and trackers I feel a little bit different about because those actually have a community value to me. But I get it. Y'all don't care. I understand. I get off my soapbox now. So, moving forward, um,
Nah, I
what
ain't
else?
done.
Go ahead.
Nah, just,
Go
nah,
ahead.
just,
Go
nah. But
ahead.
if they did have a lobby, like some way where you can engage player cards and looking at, like, if they have some way to engage in that just a little bit more, it will make it a little bit more worthwhile.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just
Like
following up what y'all said.
just quick, like in Overwatch, like you were saying, like I think it's weird as well to just checking people's stat screens, but it was useful in ranked where they will look at my stat screen and they will see like, oh, he has a whole bunch of hours on this character, so you shouldn't even be complaining about me using this character. So it's like I've earned my place and you can see that, so don't even bother me. And so they'll be searching other people like, oh, Deontay, you only got one kill with Soldier 76. Why are you using him? Go play somebody else, blah, blah, blah. And at that point, because Overwatch, you can only use certain characters. So like I got Mercy, and Jalen wants to use Mercy. He's like, "Let me use Mercy. I'm better at Mercy than you." Like, well, according to my stats, you're not. I got way better stats than you, so I'm gonna be Mercy. And at that point, you are engaging with other people socially, whereas Apex, there is no social engagement, so nobody cares about your stats because you're literally just another random character.
Wrong, because I just killed you. Or I'm the character kill leader, or I'm the champion. There is plenty of things in this game that showcases. Maybe y'all don't engage
So
with them,
we can
but
get
there
third
is
party and
plenty.
somebody killed me. That don't mean that they were sweet.
But when they beat you head up, that means that they're better. Most of the time. There's not sometimes. Sometimes we don't lose from being third party. Sometimes we lose from just being outplayed. Period. So
In
there
arenas,
is
maybe.
times,
I
huh?
don't think anybody is cold in Battle Royale, really. They
Oh
team, they
my
got better
gosh, I thought he
position
was
and they
kidding
set
me
up
right
and they
now.
ready.
No, there's plenty of people that are just better at movement and shooting than us in this game.
Are they?
Not me.
Oh my
Not just
god.
what. Not just what. What an alternate.
what
I
what I'm saying
cannot
is,
deal with
Deontay,
y'all today.
yes, I understand, Deontay. That is true. I can't deny that. However, yeah, you cannot ignore that Battle Royale is literally a random mode. So it doesn't matter how much skill you have, there is always like at
A
least
lot
50%
amount of
randomness to
randomness.
it
Yeah.
that you cannot get over. Whereas
But
arenas, there is no randomness. So I would say if somebody beats me one on one in arenas, I can say that person is better than me. Whereas in Battle Royale, they might have beaten me, but like let's go 10 out, best 3 out of 10. I mean, 3 out of 5, and see who win. And it's like, is they actually gonna be better than me? Probably not, because this was a random death in a random mode. And arenas, it's best out of 5, and it's like they beat me every time, so they are literally better than me. That's how I feel.
all right. Well, I mean, everybody has their opinion, and I appreciate the conversation. It's a lot livelier, and I appreciate the discussion. But yeah, I think we all made valid points, and I think we could respectfully uh, agree to leave it at that because I don't disagree with you. I think there's a lot of points you made that were truth, but there's points that were made as well that kind of counter it. So I would just say let's leave it at that. Um,
As long as a respawn here that they need to take them doggone trackers from saturating a doggone drop pool. And I ain't gonna doggone say it no more doggone again. Doggone it.
Yeah, I suppose. I do agree
They know
that
what they
trackers
doing.
are it's in hollow sprays just as bad and are more annoying to me as well. So there is plenty of things in here that have gripes about. It just wasn't the trackers. But moving forward, we did still want to talk about Microsoft acquisition. I did not expect that to go that long, people, but it happens, and we're gonna go with it. But Microsoft in this $70 billion acquisition from Activision Blizzard. Everybody knows there's crumminess in that Activision Blizzard camp. Everybody knows there's some scumbags and some nasty people. The question is, what will Microsoft do? Will they continue to churn out that big money, or will they actually do some good? I think it's gonna be a little bit of both. To be honest, I don't think any corporation is squeaky clean as they say they are. And I know they like Call of Duty, and I know they want that big money. I think a lot of stuff is still up in the air, but one thing's for sure is that Call of Duty still needs to hit their quota, and that ain't gonna change. So, what y'all got in this acquisition? What y'all playing this right now? What y'all thinking?
Well, good job, Activision, for buying games that people don't care about. Not just playing. Nah, but
Activision. Oh, you
they're,
talking about Activision?
Microsoft.
Oh, Microsoft. Okay.
Yeah, Microsoft buying Activision. My bad. But nah, I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's a good move on their part. I just don't want them to take away Warzone from being crossplay. I don't think they'd do that. I feel like that'd be dumb. Or just taking Call of Duty away in general. I don't really care about Call of Duty. I just need my Warzone because my boys. I don't know nobody that got an Xbox for besides y'all. So um, I just need to have other people to play with because since y'all got lives. That's my only thing. But aside from that, like the games that they acquired, like the Blizzard Studio and stuff like that, I just felt like a lot of the Blizzard games was, I don't want to say they was niche, but they don't appeal to a lot of late gamers, like or at least people that I associate with. My sample size not the largest, but I never heard people be like, yeah, I love playing StarCraft. I love playing World of Warcraft. The closest I heard was Overwatch, and I felt Overwatch was had a little bit more appeal to get like people that don't usually play those type of games in there because like the cartoony aspect of it and the multitude of ways that it can be played and how team based it is. But I don't know, man. Like I just felt like the
My question is, and I hear what you're saying. Let me hear Josh first before I go. Go ahead, Josh. What you got? Or if you had some more, Jalen. I know you was wrapping it up, but you know you were.
I mean, I would say that I think it is a good buy for Microsoft because whether we play those
Mm-hmm.
games or not, they all of their games were like top five in their genre. Like
mm-hmm.
all their IPs were top five in their genre. Like Call of Duty, obviously the most popular FPS every year, outsells everything. Even Vanguard, which had bad sales, was the best selling game like the month that it came out. And that happens every year, so that's like consistency that you can't be denied. Overwatch, same thing. When it came out, was the most popular game that came out that year. And like, even though we don't play games like World of Warcraft, it's it's been like the number one MMO for like 15 years. And so Microsoft, that's a good investment because they have these IPs, and even if they don't, let's say do anything to the existing games like Overwatch 1 and 2, let's say they are what they are. But since Microsoft owns them, they have more freedom to do with whatever they want with them. If they want a Soldier 76 solo game, they want, instead of having Call of Duty come out every year, it's coming out every 3 years. They have these decisions that they can make strategic moves to make better games or get people interested in these games because they have access to big audiences now, and they just have to follow through on it. I feel like, and I would say I feel like Microsoft, these IPs are in better hands with Microsoft than they were with Activision Blizzard, because over the last 5 years, Blizzard, all of their games have been um, not failing, but interest has been falling consistently, and now it's in new hands, so maybe they can get that interest back.
Yeah. Same thing with a lot of their things. Like I know Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I'm really hoping for some new Underground. New hoping for remasters, and they already did a really good remake of 1 and 2. So I'm expecting more from that series as well. They have, they bought Candy Crush, and that's like for
Oh, good
huge.
grief.
Yeah, they bought
Hmm.
another huge gaming mobile game, but they yeah, they bought King.
Jeez.
King is a very big company in the mobile space. So I was more so thinking, is 70 billion too much? I feel like what they got, I don't know, but I know
I
Call
feel
of
like
Duty.
it's the number IP. I'd say the number of IPs they got, maybe 70 billion is too much because what they get like seven different IPs,
Yeah, you got
maybe
like
more, but
7.
like they get seven big ones. But like I'm looking at I mean, it's Wikipedia, so it's probably not 100% accurate. But like their games are all in the top 30 best-selling games of all time. So it's like maybe it's the quality of each IP that's worth the money. It's definitely
Hmm.
not the quantity that they got, but the quality.
Yeah,
It might be worth it. Because like me and you play Diablo 3, Deontay, and Jalen, like you don't play Diablo. But Diablo 3 is the 19th best-selling game ever, along with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And both of those outsold Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and 3. And like those were huge when they came out. And so it's like
yeah. I think
the values there. It's just, can they make it work?
it's more so about the now. Like, they haven't proven themselves in a while that they're still at that level, but at the same time, the Call of Duty, it's been growing
Well,
so much that it's outselling older games as well, because it's more so it's scaling with the gaming market. It's not as if Call of Duty is groundbreaking or anything like new. It's scaling with the market, but Call of Duty is such a huge name that it's causing it to be propelled to this higher tier, even though everybody doesn't like Call of Duty anymore. Most people don't prefer to play something else. But it's because it's being this namesake that has carried itself through time. Sales are going up and everything is going up in that route. But it's truthfully, they should be out the stratosphere right now, because of if they were keeping same type of level of sales moving throughout, like, you know what I mean, like it feels as if
well,
they got a sinking ship, sort of, but at the same
yes,
time, so it's like the
but
highest
I feel
level of
like
a sinking
it's
ship ever. So
it is a sinking ship for sure, because like y'all know I used to play Overwatch every day, and now I don't play Overwatch. And like people, Call of Duty is still the most popular game, one of the most popular games ever. But like interest in that has fallen. But I feel like if the next, let's say all of those studios they bought, if the next game that um comes out of those studios are really good games, I think it would be super beneficial for Microsoft. Because like I said, the 2019 Modern Warfare is like slightly behind like all the super popular Mario games, is like the best selling games ever. And the next Call of Duty from Infinity War is supposed to be Modern Warfare 2. And people will buy it. And it's just a matter of they can put out a good game and it sells super well. It's gonna be the number one game for that whole year that it comes out. So Same thing with Overwatch 2. If they can pull it together and show people like this is the game and this what all the stuff we add in, blah blah blah, it will be one of the most popular games of that year. So I feel like just those two alone proves the value
Mm-hmm.
in the future.
And if that comes out, if that's something that's like even slightly touched every year, it's amazing. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that 70 billion is a lot. Even though it's a huge conglomerate of a company, I just feel like it's a lot, and I think Bethesda was nowhere near that, but Bethesda also had things that I'm just looking at it from scale wise. What they got
Yeah,
versus what they paid for, what they paid versus what they got. Scale wise, it seems as if it was a little off, in my opinion, based off of what they got from Bethesda. But it makes this deal makes it feel like Bethesda got cheated. But at the same time, they don't sell as much as like they not no Activision. So I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
It's all big money. I'm too small for this big world kind of deal. I'm just looking at it from the optics of what have I played recently? What do I continuously see me resold? What do I see still become a top selling game? What do I see as in the last few years that has been the sales figures for certain games, effort, quality? Activision is none of that. So, and when I come to it, the understanding of the namesake is really just truly the biggest thing. Call of Duty is just you can't put it. That's probably like 40 billion on its own, and then the rest of it probably make up the rest. But I just can't wrap my head around how big Call of Duty is. But at the same time, every year they come out with this game. Every year they got payroll. Every year this thing sells, and every year somebody's talking about it. So I can't really knock it. So whatever.
I think it was when you said they like a sinking ship. You was talking about because of like the decline of like the Blizzard games and just
And
Call of Duty. That's what you're
Activision's
referring to, right?
name, Activision's
Yeah, because they
name.
got a bunch of lawsuits about harassment and unfair workplaces and stuff. So the company side is bad, and also interest in games like Overwatch and other stuff has been dropping because they haven't been,
Putting
you know,
out nothing.
putting out as much as good. So it's been a decline, and with the harassment stuff on top of it, nobody wants anything to
Touch.
do with Activision. And so
And
now
if
Microsoft
Overwatch
comes
2
in.
come out with more of the same, they just lost. That's a big IP that was overvalued in my opinion. So I feel like
Yeah,
they
no,
got a
I
lot
get
more to
that.
lose in this deal than ever. Like Bethesda, no. This deal, yes. Like they can lose a lot because really we're waiting for certain things to occur. Call of Duty has been proven. That's fine. I understand that. That's 40 mil. I feel like they got World of Warcraft, it's proven. They got a subscription base. They probably got Gupu money coming in because it's like the number one selling, like you said, MMO. I thought it was Final Fantasy, but maybe I'm tripping. Uh,
Final Fantasy is number two.
okay, so it
Yeah,
is
well,
World of
Warcraft been
Warcraft.
out too long.
Okay, so that's probably another 10, 15 billion. I would say. I don't know. But it just seems as if uh, they got two things that were very expensive and they got other stuff that came along with it. That's what it seemed
I
like to me.
mean, you probably get them old people paying money for Candy Crush and stuff.
Candy Crush, Candy Crush is a very. It's like a 2 billion. I think how much is that? I think it's like a really. It's a big company too. King has his own. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure
Tasty,
King has
sweet.
its own, or if it got rolled into.
That's just
Um,
passive income that they're gonna get every year, a couple billion just from Candy Crush. So
The
they ain't
like,
even
I
gotta
feel
do
like
nothing.
it's a lot of money that they spent. Um, but let's just say like they money from Candy Crush and stuff keep coming in. Um, like what I guess what I was getting at, y'all said it a lot better. I feel like they bought like a sinking ship to some capacity just because of the. I remember StarCraft was big at one point, especially like on the competitive scene and stuff like that. I'm not sure how big it is still, and they take forever to like come out with new games and stuff like that. Because usually the games they put out pretty good quality and stuff like that. But I don't know. Like I just felt like Blizzard. I remember hearing maybe because I heard Josh say something about it and stuff like that. But Blizzard not the same company that it was, like 5 years ago or something like that. So that's why I was saying like, did they really make that? Was it worth that amount? Is that really that much groundbreaking? They not gonna take or I don't think they should take Call of Duty off the other consoles and stuff like that because that's what people are accustomed to, and then more so than that, financially, it wouldn't be a wise thing to do because of the amount of revenue Call of Duty does bring in. So, I don't think people want to buy an Xbox just to play Call of Duty or want to play Call of Duty on a PC or whatever. So, I don't know, but that was basically I was just saying I kind of resonate with y'all for those reasons.
Well, this is interesting that Activision Blizzard's revenue last year, 2020, was 8 billion. And I don't know if that was a slow year or not, but like in a couple years, Microsoft will make that back. Like at the end of this generation, they would have made it back. So if they get almost 10 billion a year,
Yeah, I mean that's their revenue. I mean, so is that their
it's not. It's
revenue?
the revenue. It's not the net. And like, no, it might
It's
not actually be the they pay off in like
Yeah.
6 years or
What is
whatever.
their
It'll be
earnings
longer.
before interest, tax, depreciations? What's that like? Really, what's that? If that's the
Yeah.
number,
I don't have the
yeah,
breakdown of it, but it seems like over time, if they deal was like, oh, we'll make this back in 2 generations, we'll make our money back.
yeah. I
As long
mean,
as it stays consistent, then they will do it.
well, I feel like that is that is the thought process. It's a bigger play, obviously, for Microsoft. They want that namesake for they can push their agenda of everybody should be on Game Pass, exclusivity, getting into their ecosystem. They want that, and that's what they kind of are fighting for. It's kind of like bulking up for the big fight later on, which is cloud gaming, in my opinion, where everybody is just subscribing to games and not really buying them anymore, which is gonna suck, but that's what it sounds like is gonna happen. Um, but overall, big picture, having these names under your belt is huge. I just don't know if 70 billion was the right number. But at the end of the day, Microsoft does business. Obviously, if you're buying at the peak of the problems, it kind of tells me that you probably got a deal, or you got it for less price than what it really originally would have went for. So they know what they're doing. Big Phil out there writing checks like crazy. I already knew homie was that grin it just screams evil with a nice smile, but he more than likely he coming for Sony neck, and rightfully so, because that whole I don't think they ever got over that how to share games moment E3. I don't think they ever did. So it's okay though.
They deserved it, but
Yeah,
now
they
they
deserved
trying
it.
to get back.
Now they trying to get back. I agree. I think they said we gonna outspend you. So
my
yeah,
thing is I would just prefer for them to
make
instead of acquiring companies,
make
make some
better
games.
games.
Just make some games, bro. Like I like games, bro. I don't.
And it's
Them,
But
just like the
them
Microsoft
watching
is a
NBA.
software
StarCraft.
company. They're not even creative. They're not like how can you switch from being software and like based off of numbers and computers and ones and zeros and then go into be a creative mode? Like you're never gonna do it. You gotta buy talent. And that's what they doing. Like they will never be able to make
And it's
more
just
They
like
buying up
meaningful
new
sports.
companies.
games.
They
Hmm?
recruiting left and right. They gonna recruit the best players, and
Yeah.
see what that don't mean
See
they
what
gonna win the
happened, bro.
championship, but
Yeah.
they gonna recruit the best players.
Exactly. They gonna recruit them. They out here making a super team, bro. Like that's all you got. That's all you got to think about it. They like Warriors. They were Warriors before Durant, and now they just got Durant. So I don't really know. It's
Hmm.
like
Screaming.
it's like it's like really GG's for the other side unless they play nice. Really, maybe Durant gets injured. That's what you're thinking. That's what they're hoping. So I would expect um yeah, I would just expect them to continue forward and we'll see. I think Microsoft is making big moves, and I think this was a. I still think it was a smart move, even though I think it was a lot of money overpriced, and I think sometimes it's going to make a shift into the market of like what's considered uh, the right thing, because it could go wrong. Like it could be a bad situation if they start locking stuff behind this and like they start acquiring way more things than we thought they ever would and they become this big monopoly in the gaming industry and then they just raise the price on their Xbox and they raise the price on their subscription. That's a huge problem. Now their stuff is locked
Yeah,
behind a paywall and they did the wrong things. They could
I
do
say
that.
this is the limit. I don't. I feel like they shouldn't be buying anybody else. Like if they buy Ubisoft or they
They
buy
need to go.
EA,
They need to
like
go ahead and buy
this,
EA. I ain't gonna hold you. They need to buy EA, but
I, I feel like at that point it's too much. But yeah,
yeah, it's too much. I wish they would have did EA before they did Activision, to be honest. But I like EA
we
games
got
a
Call of Duty
lot
and
more.
Battlefield.
They gonna take everything. Battlefield a big flop, so it's like really the only biggest like if they do anything else, like if they buy 2K, like if they buy 2K gaming and they get like Rockstar and all that, it's GG's. Like that is really the biggest the biggest of the biggest at that point. Like they will be getting a whole bunch, and NBA 2K 2022. That's like billions of dollars a year. So I would never think they would ever pull that off. But unless 2K get a big scandal going on, they take a hit in the market. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Phil, I hope you know what you're doing. I hope you ain't steering us wrong. You quoted all this, Mancho about being for the players. Continue to be so. You've done the right thing so far, so I don't expect him to mess up at this point. Honestly, I think he got good counsel. I think he makes smart decisions. I just hope down the line uh, that there's nothing like changes, nothing like you know, where and I really hope people don't just start to try to create narratives of changes because I really hate when false narratives occur. I'd rather it be a real thing than something false. But we'll
They
see.
finna flip that script and raise the price on every. They gonna
They
buy all the
could, they
consoles, and
could,
then the
man.
console just gonna be this much, and the threshold to gaming and all that type of stuff is just gonna be out this world.
I wonder what they're gonna do about them prices because Activision paid their games to $70, and if they setting them, I wonder what they're gonna do. You know, because that he's preaching $60 games. But you gonna cut your bottom line, player. And it's like the changes you gotta make, you losing so much money, Phil. So that's why I said it's 70 billion really like we gotta do a lot to make y'all right again. It's 70 billion, you show maybe 55. I would have been at that one, maybe 55. I give you 55 for it. But that's a lot of money. But we'll see. Anyway. Next thing I want to talk about, the last thing I want to talk about was the Rainbow Six Extraction. And I'm gonna let you introduce this, Josh. Go ahead.
My bad. Um, yeah, I mean we checked. It came out this week or last week, and we checked it out last night. Just played a couple matches, and like I didn't have any expectation for it because we played Siege, and I think we liked Siege for a while, but it just wasn't couldn't keep our interest for too long because it is I guess has a very high skill ceiling, and the matches are pretty long, and
Mm,
Yeah, it just wasn't our jam, especially what we was playing at the time, Destiny, which is fast paced, a lot of jumping and movement.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good game, I think, and a lot of people like Rainbow Six Siege, and so it's still popular. But we did play the little zombie event that they had in Siege, and basically Extraction is just a continuation of that. Um, and I thought it might be not good, like just a horde mode, because I don't really care about horde modes in games, and a lot of games have them. But what makes this one interesting is they take those Rainbow Six characters and you fighting zombies, but it puts it in like a like setup where you drop into the mission, you got your objective, and you can try to complete the objective. And once you can complete it, you can say, "All right, it's time to quit," and you keep your rewards. Or you can say, "Well, let's keep going," and you risk possibly dying. And if you die, you lose some of your experience. But the thing that was actually interesting to me was that you lose your characters as well. So if you get to a final round and your character dies, you don't keep your character and you lose some experience. And so now you have to go back and get that character and get that experience. And so that gives it more stakes and makes it more interesting because I lost my favorite character and it's not like I want to leave them there. So I got to play with somebody new and try to get them back. And it's not, I wouldn't say it's very difficult, but it's easy to like have a team wipe. And since your team can like die pretty quickly, I think it's really engaging. Like I was playing it earlier today and I was playing with some randoms and like we messed up on round two and it's like I actually don't want to continue to round three because I know it's too much risk to go to round three. So let's back out now. And if it got you thinking like that deeply into it, I think it has a little loop to it.
Yeah, I agree. I was like, I wasn't expecting to like care too much about dying or how we go through the level, and then I was like, well, what is going to keep me coming back? And what you kind of said yesterday was really brought into perspective. It's like a roguelike, where you have to make the decision on whether or not you want to continue forward or do you want to bank your stuff and kind of leave. Once you die with that character, you lose those abilities sometimes, and you have to try to get it with a different character. Um, it also has that high stakes moment because you can, as you stated, you have like the randomness of your objectives. So it's like you're going through each room and they have different objectives in that room, just like you would in a normal roguelike. Like sometimes you gotta find a switch to get to the next place. Sometimes you gotta kill a boss or kill a bunch of enemies, or you gotta go find the path and go through the path. And sometimes you gotta find the objective in extraction. So they give you the ability to kind of customize how you want to tackle the objective. They don't just give it like, okay, this is exactly where they are. And as you go up in difficulty, it seems as if it's going to ramp up and you're really going to be intense. It's really going to be intense, and it's going to have like really fun, engaging, stressful but fun engaging moments. So as I was playing it and I was listening to everybody's reviews, nobody kind of compared it to a roguelike. I thought nobody really said that. They just kind of kept saying it was like a horde. They kept saying it, and I'm like, this really is very similar to a roguelike. It's just a roguelike shooter. So why not nobody make that comparison? I don't know if it's just like flew over their head or they just went in thinking of it as a 3v3. I mean, the 3 person like Left 4 Dead style game versus an actual more, because it sways more towards that than Left 4 Dead to me, in my
Mm.
opinion. So when you're going through it, you can have heroic moments like my man's when he saved both of us. He took us both back to the thing, so we didn't have to lose our character,
Yeah.
and he stopped the match from moving forward. He didn't go and do the thing to like try to do it on his own. He basically said, "I'm gonna rescue both of y'all, and we gonna just bounce up out of here, kick our XP, and go," because that's the smart move right now. And I would rather do that than actually lose everything trying to move forward or whatever. So You have those heroic moments. You have those chances where you can actually survive and save your team. And those moments, I think they exist in Left 4 Dead as well. I'm just more so saying there's a lot of combinations of things. There's a lot of character customization and like things that they can do where they have more different abilities and stuff like that. And that kind of engages me more. Like, remember when I was sitting there on the character screen, like, okay, we got this objective, this objective, this objective. Who would be the best person for this moment? And that's when I, pick somebody like Sledge to kind of bust down walls so I can get through the objectives quickly. And I can have an escape route for myself. So I just think it's as we continue, if we continue to play, I know I'm going to continue to play, but if we all play together, I think it'll have some of those fun engagement moments where we actually have to communicate and move and accordingly. Sometimes it can be, I wouldn't say that it's like the greatest loop ever, but I feel like there's enough there to hold on to make me want to play again. Sometimes I guess if we play long enough, can I see some repetition occurring? Yes, but it's more so about the randomization. They have
Yeah.
to be able to keep up with the pacing of you and the randomization of a game like that. They have to be able to randomize it. The areas have to be randomized. The field has to be randomized. It can't go into it 20 games in and I feel like I playing the first game again. Like, that can't happen. If that
Yeah.
happens too much, then that means that they did not create enough maps and weight modes or like objectives to really make the game feel random. But if they do
Yeah.
that and they nail that, there's no way this game can like really fail in my eyes where to be just a jump in, jump out type of game. Um, but people were saying that in the reviews. They were saying, "Oh, it's boring, it's bland, I can't take it. It's like
I will
uninspiring." And I was like,
I will
"Well,
say that it's because it I think the game is $40
yeah,
and it's also on Game Pass. So I would
yeah,
say, maybe it's a budget game. It's not a full $60, $70 game.
yeah,
So because of that, the story is whatever, and there might not actually be a whole lot of randomness to it. Like there's not like random guns or random loot or anything like
right,
that. So I think it's fun enough to go through and like finish and complete the game from what we played. But yeah, like you said, I don't know if it's like worth we gonna 100% everything because
right,
it might get repetitive because it is a $40 game, but
right."
it's
But
a
it
it's a
it
lot
has
better than what I expected. Uh-huh.
yeah, it has superseded Black for Blood for me, definitely, and it's
Oh yeah.
superseded
So far it's
like
way more interesting.
yeah, it superseded those type of games where you kind of have that cooperation. It adds things, levels to it, and like little layers that makes you want to continue to play and get, not even just play, but get better. Like use equiption, get some good equiption on there. So, and you can do that. So that's what I like about it. And every character has their own leveling system. So even if you are leveling one character, again, that's not for everybody. So if you don't use everyone, it has that level of I want to make you play with everybody. You can't just pick one person and play with them. So that's something that maybe that could also lengthen the loop. So I yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I have for it because I really didn't have like too much time with it, but right now from what I played, I was interested in playing it again this morning, but I had to work. So it's it's not as bad as one thought.
Yeah. Like I played it earlier. I might if you want to get on, we can probably play through and finish it. I'm interested to seeing what the other levels are like, and
Yeah,
they do
definitely
have
want
like
some
their
more
in-game
stuff.
mode. I don't know if it's gonna be like annoying or not, but it's good enough to check it out. I think they made a good choice to continue with Rainbow Six Siege gameplay because it has good foundation.
Oh yeah,
So
definitely. The
yeah,
destruction, the levels, I like the environments and how they detailed they are, And I just like how Rainbow Six Sieges all their equipment and how the gunplay works. It's just fun to play. It feels impactful when you shoot something, but at the same time, tactical. So yeah, I like it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. I don't want to keep us longer than what we usually are. I mean, it's been 2 hours, but um, that's more so because we didn't talk about nothing last week. So I was like, forget it. I ain't cutting nothing short. But yeah, anything else y'all want to say to the good people before we leave and get up out of here?
Uh, nah, I'm just waiting for y'all to get back on For Honor. We gotta start playing some more fighting games.
Stop it, man. Stop it, man. I'm sick of
Man,
the Orochimaru's was taking over too much. I forget his real name. I think it's
Man, they
Orochi or
probably got nerfed by now.
man. We'll see. I think For Honor is free in Game Pass. I think
Yeah.
so. I mean, it's not like it's gonna cost us too much to download it, but I already know. As soon as I get up in that mud, somebody gonna cut my neck up, and I'm just like, bro, I stopped your punt. I stopped your blade, bro. And they're like,
I
no,
should
not
go
this time,
download that,
baby. This one got that 2000 on it. This one got that extra booster pack on it. I'm like, bro, what did Ubisoft done created? So, listen,
bro. I should go download it.
it's free. But all right, y'all. Thanks for listening as usual. You can always find these on wherever you locally get your podcasts, everywhere, Spotify, Apple, all that good jazz. And you can also find it streaming on YouTube at BCD Universe. Again, that's BCD Universe. House of Wolves podcast will be back in full effect in 2 weeks. Don't plan on taking another week, 2 weeks off, but you never know with babies and schedules. So we will see. But thank you guys for listening. As usual, if you got this far, you're the GOAT. But we will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.